Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah, also known as Laugh Love Langella, and in today's video we are going to be talking all about Christmas ornaments. I think it is so important to have a plan of what it is you are looking to achieve with your Christmas tree before you're even ready to decorate it. I've said it so many times before, the key is shopping early so you can get your hands on some of the best items that they have out there. I will actually be reusing a lot of ornaments I already had on hand, but I have 3 full-size Christmas trees. So it's not like they're gonna go to waste. They will just be transferred to another tree. And I will be sharing with you guys how I'm actually decorating my Christmas tree. I did that last year as well. This tree is different. This is the King of Christmas, King Noble Fir. It's less dense, more of that Charlie Brown Christmas tree look, and I'm excited to try something new this year. I'm not going to be decorating my tree for another week and a half or so. I love to just enjoy it as is with the lights on, keeping it nice and simple before we get into that really full Christmas glam kind of moment. So I'm enjoying this cozy nighttime glow that it provides, but let's get into ornaments. So starting off, you will be seeing repeat items from what I've shared this year, what I've shared last year, and stuff I already had from the years before that as well. But my first new ornaments that I picked up are the flocked ones from Hobby Lobby. I picked up both the light brown and the dark brown in both the large and the small sizes. And I'm really going to be focusing on bringing in browns to my tree with a mix of metallics. So I did grab some velvet ribbon from Hobby Lobby. It's a 3/8 inch size in the color coffee. And I'm just going to be using this so that all of my ornaments are hung cohesively. If I have ones from years past that look fine, I'll just keep them the same. But I think it's important to not have like a mix and match of lots of different colors and such. Not every ornament is going to have this same ribbon, so I'm not being unrealistic about that. But this one is in the sewing section. I will put the item number on the screen down here for you guys, but I do have to get my hands on more of these. I only grabbed one, which I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. But I'm excited to use these for my ornaments. Another favorite from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is my go-to when it comes to seasonal decor. I think that they are so budget friendly. They have such a variety of items as well. So I always appreciate that they come in different colors and everything. And it's a one-stop shop for a lot of stuff. So that's why I'll always be shopping at Hobby Lobby looking for budget-friendly items. But I really love these ornaments. These are part of the Robert Stanley line. Now this one is like a black and gold kind of mercury glass look to it. They also have it in this like distressed cream color, which is really pretty. And then I also have the silver and gold that I'll be using. They do also make a black and green. I do have those from years past, and I will be putting them on my flocked tree in my guest room. So on my YouTube channel, I actually have not shared decorating my flocked tree because my first year on YouTube, it was last year, and I partnered with King of Christmas and got that alpine fir one that is so incredibly beautiful. I put that one actually in our bedroom this year. It is a very big statement moment, but I have not shared my flocked tree on here. So I won't be sharing with you guys the actual decorating process of that tree, but I was thinking, since I have 3 full-size trees and they are all different looking trees, to maybe do like a Christmas tree tour kind of thing where I can share with you guys how I styled all of them in one video. Leave me a comment down below if that's something that you would be interested in seeing. I take no offense if you are not interested in seeing that. It was just a thought that crossed my mind that maybe that would be something that you guys are interested in. But again, I really love these. These are a beautiful big statement ornament as well. So just to share the comparison, these are the large flocked ones from Hobby Lobby, and these are the Robert Stanley ones, and they are such a big statement ornament. I will say they are a little bit on the heavier side. So you need to make sure that when you are putting them on your tree, you're putting them on one that has a very strong wire running through it. It can't be one of those like dainty, like these little end pieces. It won't work. So I will shuffle them further back. On this tree, I actually tested it out. I can hang it from the leather loop and it's totally fine. Last year though, it was struggling a little bit. And so I actually just took some floral wire and actually like twisted it around the branch. So there was no chance of that thing coming off. So that's actually a really great tip because these are glass. If you have little kids and you're worried, for one, don't put any on the bottom. And 2, take some floral wire and twist it around that branch as much as you feel comfortable with, and they will not go down unless your tree goes down. So these ones are really great. They can be a little pricey when you're buying a lot of them, but again, like all Christmas items, they are investment pieces. I've used these ones now for 3 years and they look exactly the same. So I love these. Another new one I grabbed this year are these really pretty delicate star ornaments. They do have a little bit of glitter on them. I am not a glitter fan. I don't like it when things are flaking off and all over the place. I'm a little touchy when it comes to those things. These are actually the smaller ones. They are $4.99. They do make a larger one as well that I did pick up, but when I was testing it out on the tree, they just hung so large that they were hitting the branches and kind of looked funny. So I think I'm actually only going to use the small ones. I'll test out the big ones to see if they work on a tree that I'll have upstairs. But I did grab a few of these. I thought that against the Christmas lights, that little tiny bit of glitter would just give such a fun effect to it. And the last new ornaments are actually ones that I DIY'd. So if you guys follow Sky at House and Home, I would expect that you guys already do. But if you're not, I will have her channel and this video linked down below. She recently shared a super fun Christmas DIY video and she did some paper ornaments and I had to give it a try. They looked so fun and I love how it turned out. I think it's so fun and I know that there are different versions on Amazon and other retailers, but I wanted them all the same color. And the problem I was running into was that they were all a mixed color and I don't want that. I wanted things nice and simple. So I followed her DIY video and made some myself and I love how it came out. So I made these ones in this really pretty like burgundy color. I thought that these would give such a fun pop of color. And then I also did a tree in dark brown and I am just so happy with how these turned out. I did run into in the back, there's a little bit of a gap. So I'm actually, for the future ones, because I've just made one of each to test it out first and make sure that it worked. I'm gonna do a few more pieces of paper for the tree one to make sure it goes all the way around. But if you guys are interested in doing a DIY cricket ornament, I will have Sky's video linked down below. She made it so easy to follow. It's definitely super DIY friendly. So definitely go check that out and DIY your own Christmas ornaments. This was so budget friendly. It was a little time consuming, but I definitely think it was worth doing. So now we are getting into the ornaments I've had from years past. These are not going to be linkable, so I do apologize for that. Well, actually, there's one that is going to be, but the rest of them won't be. So for the ones that are linkable, they are, and I've shared these so many times, these picture frame ornaments from Hearth in Hand. I can't say enough good things about these. I think that they are just such an elegant way of displaying family photos in your Christmas tree. We have quite a few of them, so I'll just share some of my favorites. So we have our family photo. This was one of our wedding photos that we took at the top of a mountain. It was so incredibly pretty. I love our wedding photos. So had to have one of those on our tree. Also have our horse Caspian. Oh, he's glowing in everything, glowing in all the reflections. But it's just such a fun way of incorporating family photos in your tree. We also have our sweet girl Roxanne. She's been gone for 1.5 years now, and it still hurts, but she's able to hang out with us every single Christmas. And this is one of my favorite photos of her. Isn't she so sweet? Oh my God, I miss her so much. So I will have those linked down below for you guys. One of the tree picks that I absolutely loved, and I'm so glad, these were new last year at Hobby Lobby, and they brought them back this year. They are these iced picks, and I think they are so incredibly pretty, especially reflecting on the Christmas lights. I used these on both my tree and my stair garland last year. I will be adding them to my stair garland again this year. I like to start off simple and then just build on everything, because I don't want to get overwhelmed immediately because I decorate so early. So I like to just start simple and then creep my way into the really full maximal arrangements and stylings that I love to do each and every year. And these ones are so pretty. I pull them and just kind of bend them around so they have that like cascade moment to put them on my tree, and they are just so pretty. I did have somebody ask in a recent video how many picks I'll generally use for a tree, and I think that last year I used about 20 of these, maybe 18, 17, something like that, for a full-size tree. So definitely keep it in mind if you're looking to do something that's a really full statement pick, you're gonna wanna get quite a few of them. And these ones are very delicate looking, so I feel like you can get away with doing more of them. But another pick from Hobby Lobby, I did not use 20 of these last year. I think I used 10, were these amazing gold bells. I might use these in this tree this year. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna have to see how I feel about it. Again, if they're not in this tree, they're gonna go upstairs. So they will get used. They are so fun. They come with 4 bells hanging on it, and I like to just separate mine around. So while it's sitting on the branch, they're not all clumped together. I think it just gives it that more designer high-end look for them. But these ones are really pretty. They did bring them back, and they brought back a lot of them, which I was really happy about, so people can actually get their hands on them. Another one I will be using from years past, and it is a statement one, are these really pretty plum ones. These ones were from Creative Co-op on Amazon. They sold out so fast last year. They're not even available this year, which is such a bummer. So I will try to find some similar ones. The only ones I was coming across are like 12 to 19 per ornament. And I think that is just outrageous. And I don't think that you should spend that much. But if you are determined, I will have them linked in the video description for you guys. But I did some DIY ornaments last year, so you can actually watch that video. I made some that are very similar in style to this so that you don't have to spend $19 in ornaments. So I will have that video linked down below. Just a quick PSA on that. Don't put your finger inside the ornament. I did that and I got a shard of glass in my finger, and that was such a nightmare of a process. So please be careful. Just use a dowel, keep yourself safe, and have fun decorating some ornaments. This next one I had gotten from Kirklands, I want to say 3 years ago now, maybe 4. And I so wish, for one, I got more, and 2, that they brought them back. They are these super fun stag heads, and I have not seen anything quite like this for how like substantial it is. It is quite heavy, and I really love the attention to detail that they put on this one. It's just so good looking. So this is one of those statement ones that I like to have a couple on my tree. Hobby Lobby does have a similar shatterproof silver one. You could grab one of those, spray paint it, use some acrylic paint, and just distress it to look more brown and like natural tone the way that this one is, to get that same type of look. But I think that these are so incredibly fun, and I so wish that they will bring them back. This one is another from Kirklands, and I love the texture that it gives. It is a plastic ornament. It's super lightweight, and it just gives something different in the mix. I do think that they brought these back, but only in stores. I will be sure to look online just in case they are there, but I really love these, and they're just nice and dark, and they can help ground everything else that's going on, especially with lots of metallics. So these are super fun. And I also love these. I got from Kirklands 3 years ago now, and they are like a heavyweight resin snowflake, and I love the distressed detail. There's lots of texture on it. I don't know if you can tell on the camera. Like, that is actually the texture of the ornament. They didn't just paint it like that. And I think it is so fun, and it's important to bring in different style ornaments, because otherwise you get caught up with everything being round and the same texture, color tone kind of thing. So I like to do a mix and variety of a ton of different ornaments. So I love these. I think they're so pretty. This is another Kirkland's ornament that I think is so incredibly fun. It's this like beaded, it's a very heavily textured ornament. These come in a ton of different colors. They have a white, this is the champagne. I have black ones from years past. Those I'll put in my flocked tree. I don't want to do the black and the brown together. These ones are a question mark only because the color tone is slightly different than the metallics that I have going on. So once I put everything else in the mix, if these fit, I will be adding a couple of these to my tree. And these ones are a very substantial one. This is the smaller size, and then the other one is like huge. Like, it's actually really big, and it's so fun. But I absolutely love these, and these just have like a little, you can see the shimmering. It's not glitter as far as I'm concerned. Oh no, it is glitter. It almost has like a mirror kind of effect to it. I think that these are really pretty. And again, it is a circular sphere ornament, but even being the same, this one provides so much texture. So it's a nice contrast against something as simple as this flocked one. So definitely be sure to look at those types of things when you are building what your ornaments are going to be for your tree. Now, these ornaments are actually the ornaments that come on the Ornament Garland that is from Creative Co-op. And I like, for one, it's super budget friendly because it comes with a ton of them on it. So you could just cut it right off the jute string that it comes on, but there are so many different shapes and styles. And these are great because they're so tiny. You can fill in the gaps because all the other ornaments are very similar in size. And so this is a very fun way of putting in something a little small to fill in those empty spaces that you find. These are a really great bowl filler as well. And I think that they are so incredibly pretty. They do come in a ton of different colors as well. So if you don't want the silver, you want gold, red, blue, pink, they have a ton of different options. I also really love this glass star. This one is from Hearth and Hand last year. This year's version has like a bubbled glass effect, but it's the same like shape of star. And I think it's just So pretty. So I do have a couple of these that I will be using again this year. And then Home Goods always has a really, really great ornament selection. I got these ones from them a few years ago now, and it was only $19.99 for 12 ornaments. And these are all very large. They remind me a lot of the smaller Creative Co-op ones, but you can see the size difference on them. Definitely, I've been making quite a few trips to Home Goods, as you guys all know. And they are just putting out a ton of ornaments, and I mean a ton. I did see some flocked ones there as well. So if you could not find the Hobby Lobby ones, definitely be sure to check out your local Home Goods. And the last few things are not ornaments, but they are part of tree styling. I will be incorporating this beautiful beaded garland again. This is from Hearth and Hand a few years ago. They did not bring back the darker brown, which was super disappointing. They did bring it back in the natural color, which is just as beautiful. And especially if you're focusing on making your tree very dark, it might be nice to have the contrast of that. But I absolutely love this. I have quite a few strands of these, so we'll be incorporating that again. And then I've really been loving everyone's trees with the bows styled on them, so I'm going to give that a try. I haven't done that too much myself. I have in the past taken actual ribbon and just kind of woven it throughout my tree. Because this tree is not as dense, that's not going to work for it. So I'm going to just add some really pretty velvet bows on it. This is a different one than what I've been using on my mirror and garland. I think that it's important to have repetition in a space, but if you do it in every single element, it just looks to be a little bit too much sometimes. So I wanted to just bring in a lighter colored one. This is actually what I used on my fall wreath in our kitchen. And this is ribbon from Hobby Lobby as well. It's in the sewing section again. It comes in a few different colors and sizes. I'll put the item number on the bottom of the screen for you guys, but it's got this really pretty fringe detailing that I love. So I'm going to be doing both the thicker one and the thinner one, because as I go up my tree, obviously it gets more narrow at the top and I want it to look proportional. So I'm going to have the bigger, thicker ribbon at the bottom and do the skinnier one on the top of it. And the very, very last touch, of course, we needed a tree topper. And I picked up this star last year from the Studio McGee Christmas line. They did not bring it back, which I thought was so disappointing because it's just such a pretty standard basic star, and I just love it. I saw some people last year stain theirs and they looked gorgeous. I'm too afraid to commit to doing that, and I kind of wish I bought a second star so I could have done that. So I'm gonna just put it up as is, and if I feel like it's sticking out like a sore thumb, I might be staining this. We're gonna see. Stay tuned for that one. But I think, yeah, that's it. So that is going to wrap up today's video, friends. I thought it was going to be short and sweet, and then I got really chatty. So I apologize for that. I hope that this video helped you just kind of see how I planned out the cohesiveness of building my ornament selection for my tree. Again, I am reusing a lot of items that I already had from years past. I think it's really important to reuse what it is that you have that you love, incorporate it in a new way, give it new life. You don't need to be going out and buying all brand new stuff every single year for every single tree. That's just not realistic. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be leaving my tree plain for about a week and a half or so, and I will be sharing with you guys when I actually decorate it, giving you guys all the tips and tricks for what I pay attention for when I'm styling my Christmas tree. In case you guys missed my early Christmas decorating, we have done both my entryway and my living room spaces. So in case you guys missed those videos, I will have them linked down below in the description. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.